Hello Aquarius, welcome to your May 2023 tarot card reading. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. So May is a really exciting month. We've got Jupiter moving into Taurus. We've got that big full moon eclipse in Scorpio. So there's a lot of dynamics, a lot of things going on. Now this video specifically is going to be tarot. So this is a more channeled, more intuitive message. If you want more of the astrology, please check back in the next couple of days because I will be posting these May 2023 astrology forecasts in a separate video. So please keep your eyes open for that. And also don't forget, if you are a member of my Soul Seekers group, that I am going to be doing much more specific videos about the Jupiter in Taurus transit, as well as the full moon eclipse in Scorpio, as well as this Pluto retrograde. This is happening too. There's going to be a lot of content for my Soul Seekers group this month. So if you're not a member, you want to join, all the info is down in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get into this. You're more than welcome to watch for your sun, moon, or rising sign, whichever resonates the most with you. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hello Aquarius, welcome to your May 2023 tarot card reading. Let's go ahead and take a look, getting started with an intuitive card here. Let's see. Okay, I feel like someone or something is trying to get you to go down a specific track, but it really doesn't feel right. And this could be like, let's say you're married and they're trying to get you to like go get this type of job or something, right? But there's like a something calling you, but you might not really be able to define it or understand it quite yet. All you know is that certain things aren't for you. So when someone asks, well, what is for you? You're still kind of in this, like, I don't know yet type of place. I don't know yet. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to show up, but I just know that this other thing is not right. And that could be frustrating for some other people, you know, because they may not quite understand, especially if they're not in tune with themselves, you know, as well as maybe you are, or if there's someone who's just a little bit locked into the way the world is. I don't know how much of an explanation you're going to be able to offer, but also maybe you're feeling really empowered and you're like, well, I just really don't need to offer any explanation, right? It's my life, it's my choices, it's my decision. I don't owe you anything. And we'll see what the rest of the tarot card reading says, but I am getting the impression that you're being pulled towards something. It could be something you're doing for a living or something you're doing to, you know, to make changes to your life or to improve your life in some way. And over time, over the next several months, that particular new track is going to feel really, really sure. Okay, or rather, if I could say it properly, you're going to feel more and more sure about that new path. So as a major arcana card, what is it that the universe needs from Aquarius for May 2023? The moon. You have to be willing to just kind of be in this question mark space. This is not supposed to be a frustrating thing. All right, if you are feeling frustrated and you're experiencing a ton of resistance, it's because you're trying to force yourself to make something that isn't for you work for you. All right, you're trying to force something, or you're trying to convince yourself of something. You're trying to convince yourself that relationship is right, trying to convince yourself you're at the right job. But it feels like an uphill battle because you may not have admitted to yourself or fully embraced the fact that maybe it's really just not what you want. And sometimes you don't always know what you do want in order to leave the thing you don't want. Sometimes all you get is to have to just know this is not what I want and kind of pull out of it and then have faith that the new thing that you do want is going to show up. And I think that's kind of what the moon is saying, that you're in this, you have to kind of be accepting of this mysterious place, accepting of the unknown, accepting of kind of the emptiness or the darkness of night, if you will. Please do not misconstrue what I'm saying. This is not negative or bad in any way. In fact, actually, this feels like it has the potential to be really uneventful for most Aquarians, okay? It's just something that's going on internally. It's your relationship with certain people or certain circumstances in your life, okay? Like if you're working a job that you really don't like because it pays the bills and you're trying to really convince yourself that you absolutely need this job and without it you're going to lose your house or whatever, this is the universe kind of saying, you know, you're going to have faith that that's not true. And if you really, really don't like it, you're going to have to start taking steps in a new direction. But that direction is going to have to first be pulling out of it, right? You have to pull out of it. You have to detach. You have to disconnect from it before the thing that you're wanting to connect to can really reveal itself. I think the universe is asking a lot of you, but I think it's something that's also really exciting and exhilarating and makes you feel alive, like you're an alive human being who is experiencing an intensity of a shift of direction in your life. So who is it that's in your environment that you need to be aware of, Aquarius? Okay, a lot of pages coming out this month. Page of Swords. It is someone else, it's not you, okay? And it does feel like a transient energy. Pages are feeling really transient to me. Someone that just kind of is coming in and then leaving again very quickly, or they're coming in and giving you some advice and then they're out of the situation. But what I love about this is that they offer a completely new perspective on something, and they help to illuminate or enlighten you in some way, shape, or form. And it seems like it's just the perspective that you needed to be able to pull away from the things that you are not wanting. It's really, really important for you. Like if you're feeling unsatisfied in your life or dissatisfied, it's important for you right now to identify those things that you maybe aren't admitting that you don't want, okay? I think the Page of Swords also brings hope. It brings kind of this flurry of positivity, or this flurry of possibility. This seems like a representative of the possibilities that are actually available to you, Aquarius. And the reason why I say that is because they are doing things that you might not feel are possible for you right now, but it's possible for them. But if it is possible for them, then it's also possible for you. Page of Swords, I think, is here to challenge the way of thinking, to get you to really see that if it's possible for them, then it is also possible for you. This could be a financial opportunity. It could be a way of life, having a more luxurious lifestyle. It could be falling in love. It could be traveling around the world. It could be really anything that you're kind of have your heart set on here. But they are integral in this pivot, I think, is happening. I do think 2023 in general as a whole is kind of a pivotal year. The past few years have very much been about closing out specific chapters in our lives, and now we are pivoting, okay? Focusing on new things. Page of Swords is a representative of the new things. So what comes through, what else comes through for Aquarius for May 2023? We have a Queen of Wands. You are going to have to exhibit some fearlessness. I don't know that this is going to require a great deal of courage. Like, I don't know that this is something that you're going to have to psych yourself up for in order to do. I think it's just like you just have to take initiative here. You have to take responsibility or hold yourself accountable for things and hold yourself accountable for the things that you're contributing to that you're not wanting, right? You have a job that you don't want, and yet you keep going to this job, right? You have a relationship that makes you brilliantly unhappy, and yet you don't end it. You know, so I think the Queen of Wands is here to say it's time to start taking action with things, and you will be shocked. Like Ace of Coins, second card out, you will be shocked as to how quickly new things come in once you start taking that initiative. You don't like your job? Well, start looking for a new job. Start sending out those resumes. Start talking to people. Start thinking about starting your own business, whatever the case is. Start doing it and start getting that ball rolling. The Queen of Wands is never an idle energy. She is super, super active. She is on her feet all the time, getting things done, making phone calls, filing paperwork, doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this, because she knows that that's the only way to get that ball really, really moving at a speed that she's content with. The minute you do, boom, here's an offer. But even then, boom, right after that, there's a bunch of doubt. You enter into this grand realm of possibility, and then all of a sudden, there's resistance immediately. This is probably one of the reasons why you've stayed on a track towards something unwanted for so long. You've been in an unwanted thing because in the past, maybe you've already done this, right? In the past, maybe this is a cyclical thing. You've already tried to initiate and find a way out. You've already had the new opportunities coming in, but yet here is this aspect of yourself that has a little bit of a self-sabotagey quality to it. You have excuses. Oh, it's not the right time. It's not enough money. It doesn't feel right. I'm really nervous. It's not going to work out. Here are all the reasons why not. But this is a time to change that. This is what this moon is like. You're going to have to be okay with being in the realm of the unknown and being uncomfortable. There's nothing comfortable about what's going on in the astrology right now. Okay, Jupiter is coming into Taurus, and it's immediately going to come into that conjunction with the North Node. We have Sun coming into a conjunction with Uranus, and we have Mercury retrograde going between Uranus and the North Node. We also have Mars coming into Leo, which is a really self-expressive placement for Mars to be. He's really, really hot and aggressive when he's in a fire sign like this. Okay? So you're going to come up against this resistance the way you likely have in the past, but I simply don't think you're going to let this win. And that's maybe one of the reasons why the Page of Swords is showing up transiently, coming in and then eventually leaving. But it's here to guide you through this Seven of Swords so you don't get stuck here and revert back and stay put. This is not a time for Aquarius to stay put. I'm just going to say it that way. It's time for Aquarius to graduate and move on into the next phase of life. I will tell you, I have two guys that I've dated with Aquarius moons. And so one was a Sagittarius with an Aquarius moon, one was a Capricorn with an Aquarius moon. And both of them, we broke up forever ago, but both of them have now, only just now, found someone, and they're full on committing and being monogamous and thinking about next steps and moving, moving from super playboy status to monogamy. It's a big jump for them. Okay. And so I kind of feel this might be something of a big jump for yourself. Something of a graduation, if you will. What else? What else for Aquarius? But it feels right. I think it feels right. And yeah, the same old arguments, if I could use those two guys as an example, right? Oh, my freedom, my independence, I like to travel, I'm not going to have time for my career, yada, 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 yada. All those things I think feel really empty and really flimsy. Those types of arguments, those types of oops, my microphone, sorry, I just knocked it over. Types of reasonings and rationalizations, They seem really flimsy even to you. They're not even going to hold up as strong arguments in your own mind. And I think that Page of Swords is here to kind of metaphorically hold your hand through this so that you make it through to the other side. Two of Wands, exactly. Knight of Coins. We have Two of Wands, Knight of Coins, and an Ace of Swords. And then we have a Strength card. Okay, so the Two of Wands is a card of the vision, the world that you are hoping and trying and aiming to create, which it doesn't seem... Now, I'm not saying your whole life is terrible, okay? I'm sure your lives, many of you have really good lives, all right? You have wonderful things about your life that you love and you're really, really satisfied with. But it is this one area that's feeling restless, you know, that you are projecting out a grander vision for yourself. And the Queen of Wands is like, well, here's the vision, so why am I just sitting idle? Let's go do something about it. Let's, like I say, make the calls, submit the paperwork, whatever needs to be done in order to accomplish that. I don't think Aquarius... Well, I mean, I do think there is some confusion, but there's only confusion if you are trying to convince yourself of something that you actually really don't want. That's the only time there's going to be confusion. But if you are clear and honest, I don't want this, then the pathway out is going to be like no-brainer type of stuff. Okay? And the Knight of Coins really keeps things in the mundane. There's no like over dramatizing the tasks that are at hand. Like you may have a mountain of work in order to get away from something, a mountain of to-do lists, a mountain of things that need to get done. But a Knight of Coins never gets overwhelmed by that kind of stuff. He sees a mountain of work ahead of him. He picks up one coin and one brick and he just does one after the next, after the next, after the next. And he doesn't think about it. He doesn't look too far in the future. He only looks at what he can do right now. And that's it. And I think his, you know, really viewpoint is it will get done eventually. It will get done when it needs to get done. But I'm not going to like hesitate with getting started simply because I feel like I have to do it all at once. He knows he doesn't have to do it all at once. You don't have to do it all at once. And with that Ace of Swords, it's like once you really get started on things, it seems like the process of everything almost feels mechanical. The process of aligning yourself with something that feels destined for you feels obvious and simple and uncomplicated and unemotional and mechanical. You just do it. There aren't a lot of concerns, you know, like, oh, what if this, what if this, what if this, what if this? It's like once you get through that initially, there are no questions. This wanted path, it seems like a wanted versus an unwanted path, right? And once you're on that wanted path, it's easy street. A lot of work, but it's work that you enjoy doing. It's work that comes naturally to you. It's work that puts you in your strengths. This may have a lot to do with Mars coming into Leo. There does seem to be a gravitation collectively toward doing the things that you are really good at. Because the things that you are really good at, that is where you are most productive. It's where you're efficient. It's where you're fulfilled. It's where you're effective. It's where you provide the greatest value. So when you're aligned with the things that make you strong, the ball really starts moving. The momentum really starts building. And with the Ace of Swords, it's like the obvious path, the obvious way, the obvious options. In fact, it may feel annoying to you how obvious it is. It is so obvious that this task needs to get done. It is so obvious that you need to do this. It is so obvious that this needs to occur. Okay? Yeah, let's pull out the other two cards. Man, another page. You know, the pages have an 8 of coins. Yeah, like you just, Knight of coins, 8 of coins, Queen of wands, like this whole diagonal here, like you're just getting to work. You just put your head down and you start doing different things. Instead of doing the things that are aligned with the unwanted, you simply do the things that are aligned with the vision and therefore wanted. That's it. It's really plain and simple. I don't see a lot of obstacles. I don't see a lot of other people's opinion. Like, I don't think anyone in your, I'm not saying no one cares about what you're doing, but no one really cares what you're doing. You know, like they care because they love you and they want you to be happy, but they don't really care what you do. Like if you're a doctor, if you're a doctor or a lawyer, right? You had one of those families. It's like, oh, everyone in my family is a doctor. Everyone in my family is a lawyer. Everyone is, you know, a member of this or that. And so there you are, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, everyone in your family is that too, and you hate it, right? And then you decide to start doing something that you love. I honestly think, you know, the people around you are going to say like, okay, good, I'm happy for you. That sounds great. And even if they do have opinions, I don't know that you're really going to care. You know, like when you're doing something that you feel called to do. And now please don't misunderstand. This doesn't feel like a fairy tale thing. Okay, this doesn't feel like, oh, all of a sudden you're being called by some incredibly powerful force to, you know, it's not like some super mysterious thing. It's just what you want to do. It's what your heart is saying to do, you know? And I think if we externalize this and we say, oh, we're, you know, our whole life mission, our whole life purpose from, you know, all the really high level perspective, I think if we externalize it like that, it's going to feel so overwhelming. But when you take ownership of it and you say, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, this is what makes me feel strong, this is what makes me feel powerful, this is what produces the most and best results for me, when you start doing it that way, again, it becomes a no-brainer. Now, the pages are also feeling like assistants. And actually, the Capricorn reading, that's relevant to you because it's 12th house, and a lot of you are actually Vedic Capricorns. But that Capricorn reading, I actually titled The Assistants, because I feel that there are assistants in our world, in our life. People that can do things for us or advise us in a certain way, or they can handle certain tasks that kind of take things off of your plate. They make your life easier. They streamline things a little bit better. And I feel that that's kind of what the pages are here to do. The pages are showing up so that as you make your way through this initial feeling of resistance, once you kind of click into that alignment toward the thing that is wanted, you can just go with it. And you don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have to hold yourself back in any way. It's just like they're here to help you with whatever it is you need help with as you are doing the thing that makes you incredibly powerful. And the 8 of coins, it's like putting your head down and going to work. This is super, super productive stuff. Now, I actually believe Jupiter through Taurus is going to be productive for everyone, since Taurus is a zodiac sign that has a lot to do with hard work and applying our skills and talents in a new and expansive way with Jupiter, hopefully to expand our material world as well. But generally, this is about putting more into the things that we are already skilled and talented at and receiving the blessings of that. And here you are doing exactly that. And I don't know that you're going to be able to pull yourself away from this once you get past this Seven of Swords resistance moment. Because once you are okay with being in the unknown and you're okay with not really knowing what the results of all this is going to be, that's like the best place for you to be. That's where the universe can bless you the most. Okay? Now I'm going to pull out some clarifiers here. I have a feeling this story is going to get a little bit, well, maybe a lot more detail, hopefully a lot more detail. So if you want to stay with me while I pull out all these cards so you can see what comes out. We're going to talk to another 25 to 30 minutes about all these cards, and all that can be found in the comprehensive link down in the description box down below. Okay, so let's take a look here. What else for Aquarius? We have anticipation and safety. Beautiful. I love the safety card. I do feel people are really safe right now. I'm going to pull out one of these. Generally speaking, people are safe with the choices that they're wanting to make. Knight of Cups. And Seven of Wands. Okay. And take a look at this Queen of Wands, which I do think is Aquarius energy. Ooh, another moon card. We have a star. I love the star card in this deck. And another Ace of Coins. Seven of Wands, a Ten of Cups, and a Devil. Ah, see, there it is, creeping in. The Ace of Coins comes in, and immediately there's the big wall. Eight of Cups, Five of Cups, and what was this card again? And Queen of Cups. For the Seven of Swords. Yeah. All right, and for the Two of Wands, Tower, beautiful. Another Page of Coins and a Four of Coins. Five of Coins, another Knight of Cups, and Death Rebirth. That's been coming out a lot lately as well. Hanged Man. I love the Hanged Man coming out with the moon. Ten of Coins and Nine of Cups. Like these three, actually. We have Page of Swords again, Temperance, and a Nine of Wands for that Strength card. Magician. Seven of Coins. Another Queen of Wands. And finally, we have the Lovers. High Priestess and a Three of Coins. Okay, so this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive Aquarius. You guys know I love you. Have an amazing May, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.